Speaking of dentistry work, so Jordan and I started watching Breaking Amish. Dude, I was literally being funny, and he was like, ho, 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 want to watch this? Or whatever. And I was like, Breaking Amish? I was like, I don't care, turn it on. So jokingly, he like turned it on. Dude, 5 minutes in, we were like...
Riveted?
Yes, dude. Hello, 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 and welcome to the All-Nighter Podcast.
This is where the insomniacs come to get silly.
With your hosts, Ashlyn Benson, Alexis Leach, and Rhonda Lou.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
How's it going, y'all?
Welcome back.
Hope y'all been having a good existence, a good week.
Ignoring
Reality.
anything bad.
Yeah.
And regardless of what this administration says, happy Women's Month.
Yeah,
Amen.
boy.
Yeah, hey.
Or was it Women's Day or Women's Month? I think it was Women's Month, right?
We'll
couldn't
fact check
tell you.
that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Trusty Google.
I'm pretty sure it's month.
But no, I was telling the girls before, like I'm kind of behind on the news these last couple of days, but for a while there, I was taking it all in, and
Okay.
it's not.
It was International Women's Day.
Got you. And
Well,
what,
we're going to celebrate it all month.
yeah, the fuck. But yeah, I mean, it's been kind of just that I haven't had time lately. Like there hasn't been a lot of spare time. We've been running about.
Mm-hmm.
So I performed on my own this last week, like completely on my own with just me and the piano, and that was nerve-wracking as shit. And like honestly, like the couple weeks before, I was like kind of, it was probably like the closest I've had to like a depressive state in a while. But it was just, well, I had told you, like, I was just, like, super fucking emotional. And, well, because, like, we had been, like, I'd had my surgery. He had been sick for a week. I was sick the next week. And then the snow and the ice and whatever. And I just, like, I needed socialization so bad. Because, like, I think I do kind of, like, start to lose my sense of self a little bit the less socializing I have. And so getting back into the swing of that has been really nice and has been helpful. But yeah, performing on my own was a fucking trip. I hadn't done that in like fucking like 8 years at least, probably closer to 9 because most of the time I was collaborating with friends. Yeah, I was totally fucking out of tune the first song, and then the second song I finally started enjoying it a little bit, and yeah, although the song that I sang first, I'm happy with how that song came out lyrically. Like I feel like that was a very honest fucking song for me. The one that we recorded yesterday in the garage, that one was like, it was good for my soul to write, and I think it actually helped me like cope myself out of that little depressive episode too.
Did you get out of it?
Yeah, right.
No one likes having those.
Yeah, we all be surviving. What about you, dude?
Got through my midterms.
Hell yeah, man.
So that's good.
That's a feat.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be fine.
I mean, from the work that you've shown us, man, you do good work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's actually what the song that
I'm serious. I want to read that paper.
It's called The Good Work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you, actually. Maybe I'll show you after this.
Heck yeah. I would love to hear it. Love to hear it, dude.
It fucks me up. A lot of the time when I write certain songs now, like, not so much like when I'm performing them, but like when I'm writing them, it will actually make me cry. With Raya's song, the end, like the last verse of her song, when it actually like landed on my soul, I was like, oh God. It like hurt. But it was nice. How you been doing, fam?
I've been doing really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, if I just ignore the news, like life is good.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's kind of like, social media and stuff. It's like this other reality. It's like where we're voicing all of our, upsetness about all of it. And then like in the day to day without the screens, it's like, well, I mean, things might be expensive.
What a lot of therapists call like the internet is like the synthetic space, right? Because it's this the synthetic space that we all kind of exist in, but also don't fully exist in at all. I mean, it's hard to like really get any fulfillment from the internet because it is synthetic. It is superficial. It is whatever. I mean that's not to say that you can't find your corners of the internet that you love and that bring you joy, but as far as like engaging with people, it will never really compare to what physical socialization can do for you.
Yeah, we actually, so I'm in a dystopian America course.
Fuck yeah, man. Respect.
Right now for school, and one of the book that we're reading right now, it's called I'm not a like robot sci-fi kind of person. Like that's never really been my genre that I gravitate towards. But we were assigned a book to read called Robogenesis by Daniel Wilson, I believe is his name. He's from Oklahoma.
Really?
Yes. And wrote this. This is actually the second book in a series of books, I guess. The first one's called like Robo Apocalypse or something like that, I believe. But yeah, so we've been talking about like technology and how it's kind of like taking over our world,
our reality in a sense. Because I mean, I don't know if you're not socializing that often in real life, you can. I mean, the internet paves a perfect road for you to become as cynical as fuck.
Yes,
know?
Yeah.
And that like nobody can agree on anything kind of thing. And it's like, I mean, that might be true in some spaces or whatever, but there are spaces where there are open-minded people who can find common ground, obviously, and have respect for one another. But yeah, I don't know. Like I like to believe that everybody's people exist out there. Like as far as, I mean, I was even having a conversation. Our mom, my sister, Raya, Chad, and I went to the art crawl this last Friday. And I was telling him about how like when I was like a baby, I would grab the gum off the bottom of the tables and just like swallow it. And my mom would just, I mean, she couldn't be fast enough to stop me. I was determined. And
you were fast like a little ninja.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and it reminds me of Elf and stuff. Like I feel like Elf is kind of a very, very close to a child me. And I was like, dude, like, I mean, I was telling my mom, I was like, man, for the gum eating, sand eating child that I was, as strange as I was, I mean, it's kind of a miracle that I found friends, that I had friends. And then she was like, yeah, you found your people. And I was like, well, fuck, yeah, I did. I found the people that would be weird with me and silly. And thank God. Because otherwise I think it would have been very hard.
I don't know. I mean, people always liked you, though. I feel like. And you were always friends with like the popular kids.
Well, I don't know if I would go that far, but I feel like I got along with most people. Like I could talk to most people and find some means of connection. Because I do think that is possible most of the time. Even if like people make me nervous as hell. Like socially, I really do get nervous and kind of like scared. But I can't really like stop my mouth from speaking what my brain wants. Like it all just comes out like as I'm like looking in somebody's eyes. Like it's just like direct. There's no.
You're like, oh God.
There's no filter.
I must
whatsoever.
confess all of
I'm
my
like
sins
that
to you.
too, but I feel like I can accidentally insult someone without realizing it. I will say something and then I'm like, oh, like, I feel like I've said certain things about like Harrison Ford being too old to like do something, and I'm telling that to like my parents or Adam's parents or something, and it's just like, maybe I should just shut the hell up sometimes.
Well,
You know,
for me, a lot of the time, I'll be like I'll respond to somebody in like a British accent, and it'll be like somebody like a Quick Trip or something, and
just a random person.
Yeah, well, because it's not.
They don't know you. For all they know, you are British.
I know, yeah.
No, it's like not an intentional thing. And I'm like, sorry, like whatever.
Well,
like
They wouldn't even know though.
Well, don't you
They like
remember?
legit wouldn't even know. They'd be like, "Oh, that's a
Dude.
British woman right there."
You literally probably do that because like we used to go to the mall and stuff and like pretend to be like have British accents and stuff just to like
And
mess with people.
I feel like every time we were like propositioned with
Or,
moving,
like Walmart in the middle of the night.
yeah.
What?
every time we were propositioned with moving, we'd be like, we could start new and have British accents, you know? Like
Right,
it was
yeah.
always some.
It's just you keeping your childhood alive.
No, it really is. See, that's the thing is I think that my child self is alive and well in me in this current phase of my life. I think like my core self is like front and center again.
Yeah, my goal is to not let that die because
Exactly.
we can. Adults can lose it.
Exactly. Yeah. But what's really cool is that sometimes like when I do stuff like that, like people will respond back. There was a dude at Stacks or
You're
whatever.
given
who did it
permission to be
back.
silly.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And like so
Sometimes we just need to be reminded.
exactly. Yes. I think weirdly like especially lately feeling less competent socially, it's actually like implored me to have like really genuine conversations with people about like whether or not like saying like, yeah, I've been fucking emotional today, I've been having a time or whatever, and then like them coming back with whatever they're dealing with, and it's just like, oh, okay, like it's cool. It's nice to be real with people and people return the favor.
Plus, we're like 30. Our hormones are changing, dog. Okay.
Yeah, man. Oh, Jesus. No, they really are. They
Like,
really freaking are.
Yeah. Like, I don't know about you, dude, but when I was younger, my periods, sorry, dads, skip ahead, were like not really very bad. Like now that I'm older, they're like
God, they get so
horrible,
bad.
dude. Like I always was like, I will admit it, I was one of those girls that was like, man, y'all are fucking like over the top. Like this is not that bad. But I mean, one, everyone's different.
Exactly.
Two,
yeah. And endometriosis and shit.
yeah, and I mean, I was young. I didn't know, like, I mean, school taught us stuff, but not stuff
not
like
in depth.
endometriosis
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's my issue now, but I mean, like, the other day I got so sick at work, like, my hand went numbed, bro. Like, I don't know if that's normal. People in the comments tell
Doctors,
me. Are
help
you a
us.
doctor? Tell
Help a
me.
sister out.
Don't worry. I have a doctor's appointment to go talk about this, okay? Don't worry. I'm not just
Wow,
asking the internet.
proactive.
Well, it scared the shit out of me. So I was like, why is my hand going? Because it was the left side too. So I was like, am I having a fucking
And like
stroke?
your arm too, or it's just in
just
your
my
fingers?
just my hand. It was just like the palm of my hand, like just felt like almost like tingly, like pins and needles kind of.
Yeah.
But like,
Did it
almost,
feel like you were having a panic attack at that time, or not really?
I probably could have been, but normally my panic attacks are like hyperventilating, being a spaz attack, stupid shit like that. Not usually like getting
Just a
sick
physical
or
symptom,
like
And did
physically.
it happen right after you got sick, or no?
Yes,
Yes.
it
did.
well your blood sugar probably dropped. Because that's actually kind of why I avoid spiking my blood sugar these days, is because like a lot of the time in the past,
I
like,
had a bunch of caffeine too that morning.
yeah.
So maybe that's why, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, whenever you get sick,
Dr. Rhonda.
like whenever you get sick, like sometimes you can get a bit of a high from it for a second, but then when your blood
Well, it
sugar
didn't feel
crashes,
Like a great high. I'll tell you that right
yeah,
now.
it's really not. It's
I was
the
like,
worst.
oh, this is
Yeah, no, because you can get weak and whatever, but when your blood sugar crashes, your blood can get like acidotic or whatever, and you start to lose feeling and stuff.
What?
Yeah, so I mean, like I have like really poor circulation and stuff, and,
Right,
and
yeah.
I have a hard time feeling my hands, and especially because I get sick so regularly, that's always kind of dipping. That's why I can't like spike it too much and then have it crash really hard.
So you're basically my new doctor. I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, I guess that because I got really, really hot, which I mean, I was like, that's normal. That happens to me anytime I like throw up or something. Because I did. I threw up. Because I was like, oh no, I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
And like the girl that was working with me had just gone to lunch. And like I work in reception right now. And it was like so busy, and I was like, oh my God, no, I can't do this right now.
Oh,
I don't want to
fuck.
throw up in front of all these people, dude.
Right? Yeah.
So like I literally was like, I'll be right back. And I went to my manager. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And I think she was just like, okay. I don't think she realized like I was like, I'm dying inside. Because like I didn't want to like freak her out and think
I
like,
get it.
you know.
Yeah.
So I went to the bathroom, totally vomited everywhere. And then like I was like, whoa, I feel super fucking weird. I got really, really sweaty.
Yeah.
I was like in the bathroom. I was like, oh my God. And I was in like my breathable scrubs too. Like not even. So I was like, this is not good. And went back to my desk and was like still sweating. And I was like, okay, normally this is dispersed by now. What is happening? And so I had to like sit in front of this fan, and then like I was all shaky. Oh my God, it was horrible, dude. And I was like, this has never happened from my period before, dude. Like, it was weird.
That's absolutely fucking brutal. And I mean, like, I hope that it never fucking happens again. But I will say, like, if it does, and if you get that, like, super weak feeling or whatever, if you just, like, wet a paper towel with some, like, cold water and just, like, lay it over your nasal passages and your eyes, it triggers the diver's reflex, and it will like lower your blood pressure and kind of like get the circulation.
Ladies, take notes.
Yeah, the diver's reflex is actually the one like physiological hack I use a lot. Like whenever I am feeling anxious about something, like before putting on my makeup, I'll do that, or I'll spray my face with really cold water. Some people dunk their whole faces, you know, and in desperate times, you know, I might try that. But
it's probably karma for me for all the times I was like, you're fucking over your bleh. And some force was like, you know what? Horrible period day for you. I'm like, weird that you did it at 30. Why not? When I was saying that however many years ago, karma.
Oh, that's funny. No, I mean it's really nobody's fault. When you're young and ignorant about certain things like that, you know, and it should be taught, but the education system is like kind of willfully ignorant in a lot of ways. Yeah, precisely what she said. What
Wiggity
she
whack,
said,
if you will.
But yeah, I mean, like there's some times where I'll trigger the diver's reflex if I feel like I'm about to seize, if I feel like I'm about to have like a panic attack or whatever. Then I'm like, yeah. And sometimes it is like, let's do a dunk, or like whenever I get out of the shower, I'll turn it like all the way to cold and just like force myself to like stand there and breathe through it. And then I'm like, oh, okay, like
that's just
I can handle anything now.
That's the words of a psycho, right? I know,
never. Right? Dude,
Never
well, Chad had sent me this thing. So I mean, most of the time I take really fucking hot showers, but it's just at the end that I do that.
Right.
But he sent me this thing where it was like, my wife be boiling herself in the shower like an egg. Why? Because like whenever he gets in there, he's like, he has to adjust it like all the way back. He's like, I stepped in and like it was like almost scalded.
I almost got like 45-degree burns, dude.
Do you take hot showers, Alexis? Are they
hell yeah.
scalding?
Yes, absolutely. Jordan's
I
like,
wonder why that is.
Why?
Like, why do we like it that way?
Well,
Because
and well, like
we
on my period,
crawled
it
out of
actually
hell.
really
It
does
makes us feel
help.
closer to where we came from. If these men want to think that's so bad.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe
No, I'm
it
just
is
kidding.
almost just like it's a soothing thing.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like
Because it does it like it bring. I feel like it's grounding, you know.
Well,
where
and
it
I
just
feel
takes
like
you
when
back to
there's
your
like
body.
hella heat and steam or whatever, I can properly exfoliate. Like I can get deep in there. The pores are open. You know, like it's
like this is
just
my
right.
spa, actually.
Exactly. You know, and it's
I
funny.
am like a bathroom girly. Like
I mean, like
kitchens and bathrooms have to be like, that is my space.
Yeah. I mean, like, I tend to be someone who, like, I'll kind of be, like dreading, like, taking a shower. And then I'll, like, get in there and I'm like, this is actually heaven.
You're like, why did I not want to do this?
I'm only leaving when the water gets cold.
Gets cold,
I just
and it's
know
nice, too.
that my dad right now is sitting in his chair seething because every day almost, he'll be like, "Did you have a good shower today? A nice hot shower?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
Are his cold? Does he have to take his after?
Oh, sometimes like I'll be in the shower and he'll get in the shower at the same time, and I'm like, first of all, you got in the shower knowing that I was getting in the shower. I know you saw me walk past because you remember where my parents' room is. It's right in front of where my bathroom door is because they have like the bathroom in their room or whatever. So sometimes so usually when I go to Jordan's, I usually will get home around like 9 or 10, which is usually when my parents are getting up, and my dad usually like will stay in bed for a minute, and so I'm like, I know you see me go in there, so why do you get up? Why didn't you get up earlier?
Use that hot water first.
And then sometimes he'll just get in there, and then we'll just be like, and then sometimes I just give up and I get out, and I'm like, fine, I'll just wait, I guess, and then whatever. But yeah, I just think that that's funny.
I know. I think it was yesterday where I sat in the shower for like the first time since I was pregnant, because I would just like sit in the shower for hours when I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and we had just cleaned like the grout and stuff, so it was so nice. And I was like, damn. But it's like a standing shower, so it's really not that comfortable to sit in there. I'm just like scrunched up, like, yeah, dog.
Yeah, no,
letting the water like go down.
Yeah.
And oh man, it was so nice because I was like, man, last time I did this, I was pregnant, and because the baby was with me. And now like it's been hard for me to be able to take like an hour-long shower. You know, I mean, that one was very long yesterday, and because now it's like maybe 10-15 minutes typically, you know, depending on if I'm shaving my legs,
if it's an everything shower or not, in the hair and stuff.
Yeah, if I'm doing the body scrub and stuff, you know. I didn't used to body scrub, but it does help. Like,
it does, yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. I have one of those like scratchy loofahs that I just like, and it's very satisfying actually.
It is, yeah. You know, self-care, dude. Fucking, it's so rad. I didn't even know, like, and our mom didn't, like, I feel like she doesn't still, like, really do, like, self-care stuff. Like, I remember I got her these, like, lotions and stuff from this place for Christmas, and she's like, oh, my gosh. She set them on the shelf, and they stayed there for, like, a year. And I was like, but it's so, you know, it's if, you know, if she ever wants. But I also understand it's easier to not, you know, I definitely like.
Yeah.
And well, I think like building new routines is just kind of hard.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because sometimes I would buy so much lotion and like use it once. Like it's really only been since Raya where I'm like, routine for me equal good. Like, you know, like I've had to condition myself because kids kind of naturally have a routine. So that's just helped me. Like I always fought routine forever, and now I'm like, oh, this actually like helps me function and like be better, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, you know, like certain kinds of self-care. I mean, sometimes I'll be like so tired, and then I'll be like, I still need to floss.
Dude, I still haven't worn my retainers like enough to make it fit all the way.
Oh shit, man.
Like it's just enough where I'm like and you know, but as long as
I'm kind of stoked to be getting my retainers tomorrow, and then I think after like 3 months or whatever, then it's just when I sleep.
Let me see your freaking teeth, dude.
Well, I have these.
Shut the front door, dude. They look so good.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, I have these temps right now. But I'm getting the permanent crowns tomorrow, and then after that, that's when they'll use make the mold for my teeth.
My gosh.
How would you rate your experience? Did you use Invisalign, like that brand,
yes.
or was it? Yeah. How would you rate your experience?
You know, I didn't really have a problem I mean, the only time that I really struggled with taking them out and stuff and on and off was when I was about to get sick, because like if I kept them on when I got sick, then like the acid would like get trapped in there, and that's the reason why I'm getting the crowns, that like why I have the temporary crowns, because the acid was like eroding the back of those like the front teeth. And it was like fucking painful. Like it was getting to the point where it was fucking painful. But so anyway, like ripping those suckers off, like right when the nausea is peaking is just like kind of a hard thing to like time or whatever. But outside of that, granted that most people probably don't have that issue, Invisalign is pretty cool. I would recommend it to most people. And yeah, it's like I didn't even really realize like how fucked up my jaw was and how much pain it was in that didn't need to be in. And that was really the main reason I did it too, was because my dentist was like, listen, I mean, your jaw is already like misaligned, and if you don't do this, like it will get worse. And I was like, well, shit, okay, dude, I guess, I mean, thank you for that dose of realness. I suppose I suppose I will save and invest. But yeah, and it's been working out. I don't get a lot of money with disability and whatever, and it takes a solid fucking chunk, but it is a quality of life difference for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking
Fucking
of
wild.
dentistry work, you know how you were watching that Mormon Wives show?
Mhm.
So Jordan and I started watching Breaking Amish. Have
I
you
think
ever
I've
watched
heard of this. I
Uh-uh.
haven't watched it, but I've heard.
Dude, I was literally being funny, and I was like, because he had clicked on it, I think, and he was like, ho, 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 want to watch this? Or whatever. And I was like, Breaking Amish. I was like, I don't care, turn it on. So jokingly, he like turned it on. Dude, 5 minutes in, we were like,
Riveted.
yes, dude.
Wow.
I need someone from the Amish community, which you would not see this. I need someone who has left Amish community and like stayed away to tell me if that show is accurate. I need to freaking know, because
What's like the craziest thing? Like,
dude, okay, so there's this one girl on there. Her name is Rebecca. At first I was like, damn, Rebecca is kind of a bitch. But then like I learned more about her, right? And poor fucking Rebecca, dude. So I guess, again, do not quote me. I'm simply going off what this show states. So I don't know if this is like 100% true about the Amish community or what. But she says something. So she has like full on both bottom and top dentures because they removed all of her teeth when she was 19 or 18 or 19, because they don't believe in like doctors and stuff. So like their teeth just like, I guess, go really bad. And instead of paying a dentist, I think she said something like up to $5 per tooth to pull, like for the dentist to pull their teeth. They just have their teeth all pulled when they're like kids.
I think like other communities, like I think it varies as far as like how strictly orthodox they are, or not.
Right.
Because like I mean like
Yes, yes.
when I stayed at the Children's Hospital in Ohio in Columbus, at the Ronald McDonald House where my mom was staying, there was an Amish family that had their kid, in the
Right.
hospital and stuff. So, and they kind of actually talked about that too, that like within that community at least,
Right.
like it is accepted and as a means of like
Right.
I think the way that they phrased it was almost like,
I mean,
well,
just
God
like-
is like providing this medicine,
Correct.
we should use it.
Yeah, I mean, just like with any religious community of sorts.
Exactly. It just-
There's always going to be the ones that are more radicalized in it than
Exactly,
others.
right.
Which obviously this one, if true,
Was, yeah.
was. And I mean, and I just want to know, because I think this show was filmed, I want to say like 2007 probably, or like around there, maybe a little bit after that. Because there was like a
Wow,
lady,
really?
yeah, there was like a lady in the show where they're like, because basically what it's about is one of them is 20, all the other ones are a little bit over 21, and they are like they are deciding to leave the Amish community. And I'm like, these producers knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, because they send them to fucking New York of all places, like for these people that. And apparently, I don't know if this is true. I guess people in the Amish community like only go up to like an 8th grade education, and then they move on to like, construction work, building houses, roofing, that kind of stuff.
Almost like trades.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And then, like women stay at home and do laundry and, all that jazz. So it's, I think a group of 5 kids that leave. I say kids, but a group of 5 adults that leave. And like, I think a couple of them have like left the Amish community before, because like one of them had left like a month before they did the show and had like gotten like a DUI and like all kinds of stuff, because I mean apparently that happens a lot. Like they just get so hard in the paint when they first get out of the community that they get hooked on stuff, and I'm just like,
oh my god.
like, oh my god, I didn't even know this was all a thing. I just knew Amish people could like cook really good. Because dude, their food be ballin'. Like, I will tell you that much.
Yeah, there's this like Amish cheese place that I really freaking dig. Oh, it's so good. The cheese curds are amazing, man.
Yeah, dude, they can make some freaking food.
Yeah, and they got some good like strawberry rhubarb jam.
But dude, like in this freaking show, there's like, it's not even just like learning about the Amish. It's like there's drama. Like, because you know they're not supposed to like have sexual relationships with anybody other than their partner, and I'm pretty sure it's like just like for procreation. I don't even think it's like an act of like love, like you know.
Yeah. Or like something like to enjoy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's strictly for procreation or whatever. So two of them like had known each other prior to the show or whatever. Like they would sneak out, like they used to live in the same community and would like sneak out with some other Amish kids and, you know, get into shenanigans or whatever. And then that one, like one of them moved away and like, you know, this, that, and the other, but then they like come in contact again and then they go on this show or whatever and like all this stuff. And I was like, whoa. Freaking drama's unfolding. This is the best show ever. So,
Damn,
like,
okay, I'm gonna have to.
like literally Jordan was like, don't watch this without me. I was like, yes sir, like I will
abide.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
because like no
Okay.
shows that we've watched has he ever been like, do not watch this without me.
Yeah.
Like
oh my god.
That's cool.
so I think that's hilarious, and so I was like, okay, I won't watch it without you.
Emotionally
What
invested
episode
now.
are you on?
I think we're, because there's Breaking Amish, and then we discovered that there's Returning to Amish.
Oh,
And like
okay.
we had accidentally clicked like the first episode of that one or like the fourth episode of that one. And like one of them was like, you know, they don't accept me now because like I'm 5 months pregnant. I was like, what? Oh my God, what? So then we figured out that we needed to go back to the other one. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what are we going to learn about these people?
The
Because,
Amish
like,
lore.
Yeah, dude, and it's crazy. Like they are not kidding when they say that they shun them if they return.
It's like exile.
Because
kinda.
like they'll accept you back, but like you're shunned. Like you can't eat with your family and like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, like they won't talk to you really. So then there's like almost like a community within the community of just like all these shunned people.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
That's wild.
yeah.
That is crazy.
It's yeah, you should check it out because I was like, whoa. I think it's on HBO
Okay.
or Max or whatever. But yeah, oh my God, we're gonna be
We're
gonna
gonna be
watching
binging
this.
some
Yeah.
stuff.
There was I think 4 seasons of Breaking Amish, so I think there should be, if I'm thinking right, I think there would be 4 seasons of the other one, but I'd have to double check unless they like just did like people returning after. But yeah, dude, they were like, we're not talking to you, like, and then there's like the like family members of these people like will have their faces blurred because they don't even want to be like on TV and stuff. There's some that like won't even allow them to come into the house, like all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. And I'm like, what is Jeremiah gonna do? Like what, he gets a tattoo, like, which is super no. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
It would be fucking wild. Like, I mean, nobody chooses their environments, you know, and
And
if
that's
you're
the
born
thing.
into that environment, I mean,
Well, that's
it
the
is.
thing. There's like 2 of them like were adopted into that life, and then like one of them, the 4 of them are Amish, and then one girl, I think her name is Sabrina. She's a Mennonite, which is kind of like Amish, but they can use, I think they can like use electricity, like running water, stuff like that, whereas like Amish people cannot. Like they strictly use like they'll scoop their water out of the stream and like heat it up and like mix it with colder water to like do their bath water. Like they don't use running water, nothing like that. Whereas she can. And she was adopted into that life. And they told her that her parents left her in a fucking trash can to die. And that is not true at all. Like the mother, like her biological mother had been writing her letters and like all kinds of stuff. Like it almost made me cry. I was like, oh my God, that is so wrong and sad. what the F?
Strange.
Yeah, and strange, super
like
strange.
maybe if they weren't able to have their own
Yeah.
kids or something.
Because like whenever
weird.
she goes to New York, she like hires a private detective, and she finds out that her biological mother had passed away. But they were able to find her dad and her grandma, and like her grandma was like super sick and like all kinds of stuff. And she's like, dude, I could have like been communicating with my family the whole time. Like, and they probably like did that because they probably believe them.
Didn't want her looking.
But then I'm
or
like, why did they
something.
save because they saved all of this stuff in a box. So I'm like, why did you keep it then if you were never gonna if you just were never gonna tell her then? Like that's so messed up. But yeah, it's like a roller coaster ride that show you guys should know.
Sounds freaking
Wow.
It's really good.
Did you see that? God, Casey Anthony has a TikTok now and stuff, and she's been posting on TikTok. I was like, whoa.
Yes,
I immediately, okay, I like to get on TikTok, do a little gardening and get on TikTok. But now I'm like, I just can't because I scroll across something that just feels upsetting. And seeing Casey Anthony on TikTok was upsetting. And I was like, goodbye. Bye-bye. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I
Good
can't,
night,
like,
phone.
sometimes I'll, like, want to go into a wormhole or something, but I just...
It can be a lot, man.
That's crazy.
It can be a very bizarre world, that synthetic space. And I actually hadn't seen like her posting on there or whatever. I just saw people talking about it, and I was like,
I haven't looked at any of it. And then they just released all the transcripts from the Idaho 4 murders. And he's
Oh.
gonna,
Oh, yeah, you were mentioning
yeah,
that.
in the group
And
text.
his trial starts on August 11th, so I will be unbearable for however long that takes.
Yeah, are they going to,
Because
like,
he's
stream that live or no?
Dude, they better.
I mean,
Be
most
like,
of the
"Listen."
time they do.
Excuse me. If you don't, I will literally write anybody I have to. Because one, he doesn't deserve to have that privilege of not being like, because I mean he murdered 4 people. Just saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure I guess he didn't plead guilty since they're taking it to trial. I mean, that has to be the case because he's a piece of shit. I mean, bruh, you were stalking them. And he's looking rough. Jail's not being kind to him. If the pictures that I saw, don't make that face, Rhonda.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The camera
gosh,
did not catch it.
That's tragedy.
I literally, in my head, this whole time, have been sitting here being like, watch that to make sure it doesn't go off because we miss all the funny faces sometimes.
Oh,
Damn it. She had a really sympathetic look on her face that I'm.
I mean, it's,
No, I'm
it's
just kidding. That's just who
involuntary.
you are.
It's
But,
entirely
Also, this
involuntary.
charger isn't working at all. It's just dying.
A piece of
Oh,
garbage.
God, that
charger.
sucks.
Why?
It's one of those slow chargers, because Apple is like, be
Now
our
you
bitch
gotta-
forever.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, we're
You
at
don't
38.
have a choice.
Which, I mean, the camera can still record, but we just won't know when it goes off.
Right,
Mm.
But it's usually around 30 minutes, honestly. Sometimes maybe I should set a timer next time because I think it's at the 30-minute mark when it's like,
Yeah, then it starts
Yeah.
a new
New
video. or
clip.
whatever. Mhm.
We're still getting everything worked out, okay?
Yeah, dude.
we're doing 20 jobs. Okay.
But it is fun that like we can all put it together fairly quickly now.
I know,
and
it's so nice. Like,
It's
it
like not
feels
taking
very
as long
in
to set
sync.
up. We got our headphone splitters. And
Yeah, dude, fucking yesterday, me and Ashlyn carried down she carried down her piano, and like we carried down the mics and stuff and the PA, and we were just having a little garage band, like it was
Jam
nice.
sesh.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
freaking cool. And but then for today, I grabbed all the mics to bring them back up for this. I'm like, this can have a flow.
it really can. It really can. Yeah, maybe we'll post a little bit at the end or something.
Ooh,
We
that'd be
can.
cool.
And anytime you have songs or whatever, like, we can feature them too in the episode. you know?
Yeah, dude.
Bruh.
Don't forget, Rhonda has a channel.
What is this life?
What's
What
your
is
channel?
this life? It's actually Rhonda Lou, Two-Headed Girl, I think.
I don't think you even know.
I don't
I'll
think
put it
I
on
do
the screen.
either.
We got you, girl. Don't worry.
Yeah, I on Instagram,
And I put it on the
Rhonda
description,
Lou.
too. Yeah, Instagram too.
And but yeah, for whatever reason, it is hard for me to
What's
remember the YouTube
what's
one.
your because you also have an Instagram for your dog too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's his?
Yeah, you could share it.
His is at Yasmanian Devil. That's what it is.
Okay.
I was like, whoa, that was a little crazy. Because he is indeed a little Tasmanian devil, and his name is Yaz.
And he's cute as
if
heck.
you know
he almost won a
who-
contest.
Yeah.
He was so close.
Almost.
Quarterfinalist.
If you know where his name is from, kudos points to you.
Is it like a baseball player or something?
Yes.
Nice.
He's named after Carl Yastrzemski from the Boston Red Sox, and then Poppy is named after Big Poppy from the Red Sox. David Ortiz.
Fucking
They're so rad.
fucking cool.
But that's his Instagram if you want to go follow it.
Hell
Yasmanian
yes.
Devil.
Hell.
And of course,
Oh,
your
8.
Insta too.
Oh yeah, I was actually.
Oh
there.
yeah, and did we start an Insta? Yeah, we have an Insta
Yes,
too.
I was just
for
about
the
to
Oh,
say
yeah,
we
yo,
did
the
start
All-Nighter
an Insta. Yeah,
Or-
it's called at the All Nighter Pod. And then
Fucking
you should be
cool.
able to see our little picture on there. So, I think that's the only like close name that is, or the only. Oh my God, what am I trying to say? The only, because you know how similar, like, you know, people that have like similar handles or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I was trying to think of, the word handles.
Mm.
You know, people have similar ones, but it's kind of hard creating
One that
handles
doesn't
for
already
that
exist.
doesn't already exist. And I wanted one that didn't have numbers and stuff, just so that it's
Yeah.
easier for them to find.
No, I
and I'm
think the
like,
All-Nighter Pod
we're
is
the
perfect.
original,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
I think you did
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, dude.
So at the All Nighter
Absolutely
Pod.
wicked.
There's not a lot of posts yet, but once we start
Yeah,
getting
what are we
some,
gonna
like, a
post
bunch
there?
of clips together and
The clips and
clips,
nights out.
yeah, dude.
That would be cool.
Merch at some point if we ever have it.
Millennial.
Paste it.
Summoned it.
The only thing we need now is like the big jackets with the fluffy hoods.
Oh my God, I have one. I got one.
She's like, I'll bring
But
it
no,
next time.
I think it would be cool to sometimes like catch videos of us like in the day to day and just like kind of put
in
them,
our natural
like,
habitat.
yeah, and or like when we go out or whatever, just dancing.
And
or
I mean, I
whatever the
definitely
fuck,
wanna
and then,
post,
put
like,
those in the end outro or something.
Yeah,
Right.
like, are we hanging St. Patty's Day or what?
So what day is St. Patty's Day, dude?
The 17th.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, my ankle just popped. Did
Ooh,
you
I
hear
heard
That was
that.
crazy.
I think it's
Satisfying.
like a Monday, is it?
Is it? You know, I think
Probably.
you might be right. Yeah. Let's see.
Monday?
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Damn, you probably worked that day, huh?
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
I worked till 6 that day.
And then on Tuesday too, huh? In the morning.
What?
Do you work Tuesday in the morning?
Yes. I work every morning, all the time, every day of my life. No, I'm just kidding.
That transition to serious.
Fuck yeah. No, I have to work tomorrow and I don't want to. So if we wanted to do, like, if we wanted to celebrate, like, St. Patty's Day weekend, we could do that.
Yeah,
Since it's
I
on a
think actually
Monday.
that's probably the move.
Saturday night or Friday night?
Whichever night he's fighting, I'll have to figure out what night he's
Oh,
fighting.
okay,
Because
that
then we can
makes
just, like, go out and, like,
Ooh, like afterwards or
awesome.
something.
Is he gonna be broken after?
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe not
Yeah,
right
maybe
now.
the next day or something.
But yeah,
Okay.
because, or, I mean, we can always just, like, chill at the house and just play, like, games or something.
Brother.
Let's do it.
Because
I'm
he would
always down
probably
for
be more
that.
down for that after just, like, doing a fight.
Yeah.
Ordering some fast food and just
Yeah, and actually, like Chad would probably be down for that too. Just like hanging. That would be cool. Yeah, we could play some video games or some shit. I've never
Ew,
gone
gross, when I
out for
work
St. Patty's, and there's even
on
like
that
Irish
stupid
Fest
Saturday.
like going on and stuff, and I've never been to that neither.
Right.
we'll take a look and see
Text
what's
him about this.
happening.
I mean, there'll probably be places doing it on actual Monday too.
Yeah.
but I think probably over the weekend people are gonna wanna utilize that holiday. Well, you know, with the themed drinks and shit. expensive themed drinks.
This is so funny. It's so cartoonish.
Dude.
Also, this means money.
I know.
Oh.
But I'm talking about because, like, the businesses.
That's what got me.
The businesses want their money from St. Patty's Day, so they're gonna make the themed drinks and celebrate on the weekend.
You're like, yes.
Dude, I agreed.
No, this ain't.
Beautiful. See, it wouldn't be the podcast if we didn't laugh ourselves to tears at some point, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, and Chad has to get used to that with me, too. Like, sometimes I'll be, like, laughing so hard that I start crying, and then, you know, it will turn into an ugly cry face, and he's like, wait, like, are you are still good, right? Like, these are, like, grateful tears or whatever, and I'm like, yes.
Yes.
But then there's some times too where I'm like, well, actually, I don't know. Some emotions might be hitting me in this moment of gratitude that it's also tears.
Yeah, sometimes when the thing gets flowing, then it's like anything's gonna come through.
Exactly. Yeah, the dam has been broken.
Emotions.
The dam has been broken. Oh, did it come back alive?
Who knows what it's doing? Just ignore
Try
it.
it.
I'm sure the camera's still recording.
Technology, it serves us when it wants.
I think this is a natural good stopping
I
point.
think it is too. I hope you guys have a nice and safe holiday should you celebrate it.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys come back and join us, regularly hang with us.
What if we did like a St. Patty's Day episode?
Ooh.
We're just like all like super
Drunk?
green-fitted.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm down.
I mean, y'all could, hey, I mean, y'all could get
I would
drunk,
love.
and I can smoke down.
Yeah.
And so we'll all be on the same like playing field, you know? That would be fun. I could be down for that. Yeah, that sounds like a great time. Well, stay tuned.
Yeah.
You might get to see us be super trashed. Bye,
Millennial
guys.
Pose.